What's up, viewers, subscribers, and agents alike? This your boy, Light Luciferian Prince, coming at y'all once again. I really want to drop on the subject of really getting down to the nitty-gritty to a realization so people are not misled or led astray or are apprehensive about their status in this country, or really just need some real reorganizing of their mental faculties. However, what I'm getting ready to say is not a video that is approved for children, nor is it something that is quote-unquote children-oriented. It is something that is strictly based for adults and based upon the coarse language that will be used throughout the course of this video. Please remove the children that you have that are near and dear in your life away from your vicinity. Caution ahead, coarse language will and must be used during the recording of this video. Now, a lot of people might disagree with what I'm getting ready to say based upon their indoctrination, based upon their placement, I should say, or their mentality towards ignorance of legal processes. Now, what I'm getting ready to say is going to probably shake people to the core. Now, those who already know what I'm getting ready to say will applaud, and those who wish to suck the government glizzy of oppression will basically go along and say the opposite, but it's perfectly fucking fine. I welcome opposition. Here is the definition of citizen for people who don't know what it really means, and this is the definition of citizen for those who are actually melanated and brothers and sisters, and this is to correct your understanding about what you are and who you are considered to this government. Here we go. Citizen, initial definition. Persons. One who under the Constitution and laws of the United States has a right to vote for representatives in Congress and other public officers, and who is qualified to fill offices in gift of the people. In a more extended sense, under the word citizen are included all white persons born in the United States and naturalized persons born out of the same, which are basically white people, who have not lost their rights as such. This includes men, women, and children, all relating to a unique and so-called specific diaspora of people. Number two, citizens are either native born or naturalized. Now, we know for a fact that native born only means that they immigrated, not emigrated from their former countries because of political oppression or so-called disunity amongst their certain classes of people who were once considered slaves or serfs. They were not native born, they were naturalized because they immigrated from their country of origin. That doesn't mean that they have a right to be here. They were just born here. It's a big difference. Now, native citizens may fill any office. Naturalized citizens may be elected to appoint to any office under the Constitution of the United States, except the office of President and Vice President. So, sort of like the House of Lords and the House of Commons in Parliament, if you do more research, you know exactly what I'm saying. You can understand the comparative approach that I'm taking. The Constitution provides that the citizens of each state shall be entitled to all the privileges and immunities of citizens of the several states, which means that there is no variance amongst a class of people also considered free white persons. Brothers and sisters, this is what's really about to really shake you from your state of slumber, because it's still in effect to this day. All natives are not citizens of the United States. Here's the distinction. The descendants of the Aborigines and those of African origin are not entitled to the rights of citizens, also classified by this law and definition thereof as free white people. Anterior to the adoption of the Constitution of the United States, each state had the right to make citizens of such person as it pleased. Remember, free white people. That Constitution does not authorize any white persons to become citizens of the United States, and it must therefore be presumed that no one is a citizen who is not white. Bouvier's Law Dictionary, 1856 edition. A citizen of the United States residing in any state of the Union is a citizen of that state. Let's look at the word body politic and inhabitant to understand the synonymity of the definition. People, I know a lot of people contact me on my channel, email, whatever. They ask me a lot of questions about the secured party creditor process. They ask me a lot of questions about status correction. They ask me a lot of questions ad infinitum. Let me say something to give a brief mental intermission before I proceed what I'm getting ready to say. Until you fix your logic about who you are and what relative sense you are made as far as a distinction is concerned of you in this country, don't even bother filling out the paperwork. Don't pillage and plunder your fucking mental reserves on something you know very little to nothing about. I've met people who have downloaded all the fucking documents in the world and still don't fucking get it. Got gigabytes upon gigabytes, pages upon pages of information, and still try to go by the Caucasian's rule. You out of your fucking mind. You're going to waste time, you're going to waste energy, you're going to waste resources, and you're going to waste somebody else's valuable time in regards to whatever you're trying to execute because your mentality has not changed. You are under the illusion of inclusion. You're underneath a guise, a figment of your fucking imagination that you belong in this country. Yeah, this land is your country. This government don't have shit to do with you. It's a private franchise solely based on the economic production of those who they do not declare citizens at all, but will profit off of them all the fucking way. So let's remove the myth of the whole slavery, transatlantic slave trade shit, and let's talk about the capture and the total disintegration of the divine right and the statutorily imposed concept of government over the people who are already fucking here. All that bullshit they told you in school, you came over on boats. Y'all motherfuckers are sitting here believing in that shit and no wonder why you can't get advanced. It's a fucking myth. Yeah, there were a few people who were transported because every ship has what is called the bill of lading. It has to detail the cargo on the ship. Yeah, a few of them came. Some were before the European colonialist, imperialist conquest were already doing commerce with the shores. Already. The North Gate is where the fuck these people heard about because they knew it was rich. They heard about it from stories. See, it's not like today where you could send an email or a tweet or an Instagram. Nah, it took weeks, months, years. They found out, damn, we don't have shit. And they have everything. So they came through trickery and deception. And yes, there was a lot of bloodshed involved. We're not going to deny that shit. Blood's still being shed to this day. But they told your children, because it would never give you a sense of identity to a land that you own, that you came from far away. You came from this fucking place on a fucking rickety ass boat and barely survived to get over here, all for what? So that means that your point of reference is lost because you're looking for something that they know for a fact is a fucking lie. They know you didn't come over here on no goddamn ships. They did. You were already here. Now the gatekeepers, oh well, this is what my historian says and my college professor said because they get paid to tell the fucking lies. They get paid to keep you snowed in. Let anybody ever come around and turn around and tell you what the fucking truth is. Opposition like a motherfucker from the establishment to keep you snowed in. Straight up. Why you think I said in all my videos and I'm going to keep saying it. Reparations will never be given to people of color because you don't fucking need it. It's an illusion. It's fiction. It keeps coming up in discussion in Congress because that's all it is a conversation. The real reparations comes when it's signed in a positive law and you find out the real historical precedent that the people who actually came over here got to get the fuck on. That's reparations. It's not about a piece of paper, a check, or no fucking fiat money. That ain't repairing you to shit. But materialism, sneakers, clothes, aggrandizement. A lot of motherfuckers gonna run their personal hell right in the ground. So even if it was the case that they wanted to give reparations, a lot of motherfuckers gonna run themselves into the ground anyway. Reparations comes with land and what? Reestablishment to a previous state other than what you've been affected by. Ain't no goddamn so-called Holocaust take coast on these fucking shores, but every time you turn around, they want to try to bring up one of these fucking Holocaust survivors and all this shit because they're making a fucking mockery of you. Not to mention, they took the birthright to basically establish themselves as quote-unquote who they are not, to turn around and say that, oh, well, we're the Jew, we're the chosen of God, we're this, we're that. And you know what? 33 years old. With few exceptions, I never knew enough people to have the gall to tell these people to their face they fucking liars. Never. With few exceptions. You've done your research, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But people of color, I'm telling you right now, the melanated, the carbonated, the blessed, the chosen seed, the ones who have more historical evidence than anybody about who they are, but don't really understand who they are, get the fuck out of Babylon. Straight up. This government is a construct based upon a want and need of a few people and don't want shit else for nobody but their motherfucking self. If you're in allegiance with the beast, I'll tell you what, fuck you too. Straight. I don't give a fuck if you look like me or not. I don't give a fuck. Because spirituality does not designate the culture. It designates to what? A mentality. And if you having a mentality in yourself to oppress me and my kind, fuck you. And I don't care what you look like. Straight up. Those who are awakened and chosen for the cause, throw these motherfucking bounds of this government off of you and stop doing transactions with these people. Period. I don't give a fuck how it's packaged, how it's presented. Stop doing business with these people. Because as far as their system is concerned, you're not a citizen. You're just good for economic development. For us to stay where we're at. Now, take it into strict consideration. A lot of people might try to argue me in the future and say, well, this is not relevant. These things have changed. These laws, it's the 13th, the 14th, the 15th Amendment. I will go over every last one of them fucking amendments for you to show you that those things don't mean a fucking thing. If those actual amendments were valid, why the fuck do you think a terrorist organization called the Ku Klux Klan emerged out of the fucking shadows from Scottish Rite Freemasonry, which is close in hand to the Jesuit organization of the Templars who run this motherfucking country, who basically tried to suppress the vote of people of color? Where the fuck you think that shit came from? It's not a coincidence, people. And to this day, they're still not considered a hate group. Don't you find that very odd? But y'all still keep saying y'all citizens. Yeah, keep being a citizen then. Cut this fucking video off and go back to sleep. But to the woke, to the chosen, you know what it is. File your paperwork, do your documentation, and get the fuck away from this construct. You can live in complete solidarity and freedom. Just stop signing their fucking documentations and stop sitting with their bullshit propaganda system. That's all you gotta do. All you people with these gigabytes and trilobytes and millibytes, all this information, and y'all still contact me, still trying to figure it out. I know who y'all are. Y'all fucking agents. Y'all trying to subvert the cause of people trying to wake up. Stop fucking contacting me. If you got all the fucking answers, don't contact me at all. You know? Y'all come across with this fucking guys that y'all so fucking enlightened and so aware, but y'all really trying to subvert other people because you're playing a gatekeeper role to try to get some information. It's not going to work over here. Straight. It's final frontier. As long as I can keep doing this and will keep doing this and will defend myself continuously against doing what I do, yeah, I'm going to make aware and enlighten my other people who are aware of y'all bullshit construct. See, a lot of people who contact me, names aside, who contact me talking about they need consultation, most of these bitches work for the establishment. Most of them do. They always give you some type of paltry goddamn explanation. Well, I work in a federal building, or I work a part of it. I know who the fuck you are, because your job, in order to ensure that you're not entrapping anybody, is to make sure you tell me you work for who the fuck you work for. I'm not dumb. Come on now. Not fucking stupid, not blind. But you won't get these motherfucking keys straight up. Not at all. Not at all. First time viewing this channel, like and subscribe. First time, go ahead. Make sure you hit that all notifications, so every time I drop an upload, you'll be first informed. Agents, don't fucking contact me whatsoever. I do not consent, nor do I oblige. Period. Under no circumstance. I don't give a fuck what you say about me, because I bring my receipts. I bring the heat. I don't give a fuck about your construct. I don't give a fuck, because your government is fraud. Period. It's fraud. Period. But in your law, I can point it out to where it is. I'm not making this shit up on my own conjecture. It's in your publications. Peace, light, love to y'all. Y'all stay aware. And like I said, people at Mele-Nation, stop saying and appealing to a government that doesn't even consider you a part of it. Make your fucking own, which is called self. That's government.